This is Diana and welcome to Crafted Sweetly. In this video I will show you the Combi book folding method with color, and I will be making a design with Prince's image. You will need for this some scissors, a sharp pencil, and then a metric ruler. I do like a ruler that ends at 0 so you don't have a leading edge on it. The book itself has to have more than 300 pages. Generally the pattern will tell you how much. Mine is over 500 for this. It needs to have smooth edges, not the rough edged finish, and 23 centimeters tall, more than 23 centimeters. So for this I did create my own pattern, and it does have the specifics for the pattern. So this pattern has 543 pages, and it's 23.4 centimeters for the height of the book. When you look at the pattern, you'll see that there are fold pages, cut points, and then fold pages again. So if it says no cuts, obviously we don't do any cuts, but generally you'll have all the various cuts that will be happening on a page finished by another fold. So both the top and the bottom of your page will have a fold with cuts in between. Some of these will have a lot more cuts than others. It completely depends on the complexity of your pattern. At the end of this pattern we have a lot of pages with no cuts, just the folding. So we need to make sure that the ruler is completely flush with the top of the book, and then we're going to mark off the pages based on the measurements in the pattern. And you can look at some of my other videos for measure, mark, and fold technique. For the shadow technique, I do have videos for those as well. So we're going to go through the whole book and mark by page all the various markings. As you can see, some of these will have a lot of markings on them. It completely depends on your pattern. Once you have cut everything, once you have measured everything, the first mark on your page we leave. So this mark stays. This one we cut, we leave. So the first mark and the last mark do not get cut. It's just those in between. I want to cut about half a centimeter in, so I marked my scissors at half a centimeter so that I don't have to have a ruler, and I just know how far in to go with the scissors, and then I'm always cutting the same depth. And we're cutting but leaving the first and the last marking alone. So for this, where we have a lot more markings, again we're leaving the first mark alone. Then we're going to cut this, and half a centimeter or so is sufficient. You don't want to cut too deep in because then the pattern doesn't look right. So I generally cut about half a centimeter in. And all of these we're cutting, and then the last mark we're leaving alone, so no cut there. I'll have one more mark, so this one gets cut, but then this gets left alone. So you can see you've created little tabs that eventually we will get to fold. You do need to be very precise with your measurement and with your cutting to create the perfect pattern. Once you have cut everything, we need to start folding. So I use a bone folder to make sure that I get a sharp crease whenever I fold. The first mark you fold to a 90 degree, and I use the lines in the book as a gauge to make sure that my fold is straight. So the first is a fold, and then the last is a fold to the mark. And in between we have cuts. So these cuts we alternate. So first one gets folded in, next one stays out, then we fold in, that stays, and then the next one we fold in again. So I use the bone folder to create sharp creases. And this is what your page will look like. Folds at the top and bottom, and then alternating folds where the cuts were. If your first fold, so the bottom fold is consistent pretty much through the whole book in this pattern, but the top fold is very close to the bottom edge, which means that it's hard to do a 90 degree fold. When I have a fold like this, what I do is I fold the page just enough so that the tip of the page goes into the spine. So this will not be a 90 degree fold. It's just going to be folded so that the top is in the spine. There are some other techniques where you can fold the page and cut it, but I find that this works very well, and it has a nice uniform pattern with it. So if you're able to do a 90 degree, great. If not, fold into the spine. So you do this with the entire book. And once you're completed, then you have your design in the book. So here is the pattern that we started with, and here is the book completely folded. Now there is no color here yet, and you can certainly stop at this point. But I do like to add color. It just adds more. The effect is much more striking, and the pattern stands out a lot better. So you could tie the bottom with a ribbon to hold the book in place so that it doesn't pop open too much. And for this, because it is prints, I added some purple to the cover of the book. So I wrapped the book in some nice glossy paper and then blended some ink on it for purple, since it's Purple Rain after all. So you could leave it at this point, but again, I do like to add color to my pages. So if you decide you want to go ahead and color, you can use a scrap piece of paper in between pages, and any white tip marker will work, a Sharpie. I just had this marker, but you can use a Sharpie. I've used that in many books as well. And all the tabs that are sticking out, you want to cover with some marker about a quarter of an inch, just a little under the half a centimeter. You're going to cover the pages. So all the tabs that are out, you're covering with the marker, because you want where the pattern is sticking out to be colored. Once you do that to all the pages, and you do want the marker to go completely on both sides. So once you've colored the book, there's the pattern, but I did go back and color this, so you can see that the pattern stands out a lot more. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions, please comment below. And please share this video. Thanks so much, and see you next time.